Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Today we are working on pictures from my mother's memorial service. This is a picture of myself, my dad, and my sister. This is my mom's, three of my mom's sisters who were there. Again, over here, sisters, and that's my cousin and myself. And then a picture here of our family and some of our missionary family singing the doxology together at the meal that we had afterwards. Again, using Victorian theme, and I'm also going to do the split on the page. You can see that the background paper's not quite wide enough, and I have these pink strips here that I'm going to use to do that. So just going to put that off to the side and slide these over. I do want to show this tearing technique because I do think it has some interest. You just have to be very careful. This is a Creative Memories jagged edge tearing tool. I've had it for many years and I really like it. I use it quite a bit, but normally I'm using it for borders. I'm not necessarily using it to do this technique, but it is a nice technique to be able to keep your background paper in full view, but getting a little embellishment into it. So again, I love using a background mat that has squares on it. You can see I need to go in on the paper just under 3 inches. So it kind of gives me an idea of where this needs to go without having to eyeball it too much. So I'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 right about here. Okay, let's just make sure that's going to work. Looks like it does. Always be very careful when you're here in the corner. You've got to make sure you have it straight before you press down, or it becomes pretty difficult to undo that action. Again, I'm just using a little bit of adhesive to get these down. Same thing, really careful in the corners, and then press down. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. Okay, we'll pull this one over. I'll get it squared up on some lines, and on this one definitely just need to go over 3 squares. So it'll be simple. 1, 2, and 3. This project is being done in 8.5 by 11. I've actually never done a scrapbook in that format, but I'm doing that because we have a lot of papers we want to put in to kind of make this the archive. And they're 8.5 by 11, and what I found is when you have a lot of 8.5 by 11s, and then you try and put it in a 12 by 12 scrapbook, it just ends up looking weird. And so I'm just going to use plastic page protectors and put the documents straight into that. So I think it will look really good. Using a Fisker's circle cutter here. I prefer to use these over the straight blade because I feel like the straight blade sometimes when they get a little dull, they will tear at the paper rather than cutting it. So okay, yeah, so I really like the way that has turned out. Carefully picking the right colors on the back there. So okay, I have some adhesive on the back of this already, and chose a slightly darker pink for those. Yep, also adhesive there. gonna try to remember the layout I had here. I think yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll place those in a little bit. I always just like to make sure that it all looks good together before putting too much down. A lot of these embellishments are from my mother's collection, and where did I have that? I don't remember. We'll put that there. There we go. I think I'll put that there, and we'll get the butterflies there. Okay, so now that I have the pieces, we'll work on sticking them down. Again, when you're doing something over the top of photograph, make sure it's really where you want it to be before you stick it down, because you don't have a lot of option to afterwards. These butterflies are kind of three-dimensional and come with their own sticky. So, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I forgot to tape those down. Well, that will help. If I do that, I'm going to have to get it underneath these now. There we go. That's funny. Important to tape the photos down. There we go. I'm glad I caught that before too long here. My mother loved butterflies and birds and flowers. Also collected stamps, and so these stickers or embellishments from her collection I think are really pretty appropriate. Okay, same thing here. I'm just going to slide this stuff off. Photos first. Really appreciate you guys being on this journey with me. There we go. All right, there we go. Family pictures. My sister, my dad, and myself. Three of my mom's sisters. This is my cousin, and then of course our family and our missionary family singing the doxology at the luncheon afterwards. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. Would love to see your projects. Take care.